42, 44. Erect abdomen.
40. Good choice. Start calling me the field. What size I are we? 17. Okay. So, when we're going to do the erect, we're going to position the central ray 2 inches above the iliac crest and at the mid-sagittal plane. So you're going to be feeling for xiphoid and you're going to be feeling for crest. Remember, crest is more posterior and more lateral. It is not up front.
The way she looked at Hallie though.
It's nice and tall. So, when she's standing here, I am going to have her right in the middle, okay? And then, I'm going to feel for her crest. It's posterior and lateral. If you're feeling out here, you're feeling the wrong thing. Posterior and lateral, and you feel the gush here, and then it's right underneath it. So here's her crest. I want to go 2 inches above that.
You're short.
So there's her crest. I'm going to measure 2 inches above. For me, 2 inches is 3 fingers, so everyone needs to figure out what that measurement is for you.
Fuck it, whatever.
Okay. Now, I get this set to where it needs to be. The top of my image receptor, this is your secondary check, it's really simple. If you're doing the erect, it should be right at her armpit level. It is, okay? So 2 inches above the iliac crest, and then check to see if it's at the armpit level, okay?
So the top of the
If you're having a hard time finding somebody's crest, this is a really nice way to say, okay, I'm high enough, right? So
Not high enough.
there's your erect. See how simple that is? Easy peasy. Where's my marker gonna go? Away from the diaphragm. So I want a left marker down here in her hip. Okay? Because this is her left side, right? If you're in that room, that's gonna be your right side over there, right? So that's it. How about a control panel setting? What do you think you're gonna wanna put on here?
Oh, she's close, so maybe a 5.
What do you think you're gonna
5
set
mass.
up?
Less KVP than the chest, and there really aren't bones there, so.
We still have lots of grays, but
Yeah.
we are gonna use less KVP. You are correct. It's gonna be about 85 KVP.
Okay.
If you're using AEC, which is automatic exposure control, you would probably use the middle and outer sensor. But we're gonna look over there to see what that is set up, and that's what we're gonna use for comps in both rooms. Okay? So 80 KVP. What are the breathing instructions? Do you remember?
Breathe out.
So big breath in. Now blow your breath all the way out and hold it out. Don't breathe. Breathe. A lot of you during the comps were saying release. Where are you getting that from? Release. What do you think the patient's not going to understand that? Take in a deep breath. Blow your breath all the way out. Now hold it out. Don't breathe. You hear that? Those are the instructions. If you're telling someone to take in a deep breath and then let it out, release is not going to make sense to them, okay? So take in a deep breath, let your breath all the way out, or blow your breath all the way out. Does that make better sense? Okay? And then we're gonna do a supine. So we do the erect, and then we have the patient come over here and lay on the table. You always get that. I don't know if I can breathe like that. Okay, does anyone else wanna be my laying down patient?
Gauge.
please.
Gauge.
And you want it to be centered on the iliac crest? Or
2 inches above for erect.
2 inches above for the erect.
I can't read right now.
Come on, somebody please just come lay down.
Anybody.
oh, and the xiphoid process?
And the xiphoid process, because that's mid-sagittal plane, correct?
Right.
So on this one, right, we're gonna be looking at the cassette because that's gonna be in the bucky. So I have it at 40 inches at cassette, not tabletop, right? And this is really loose.
Yeah, that bitch is broken. Somebody broke that shit.
Oh,
What was that?
it's the. So what you have to think about on this one is this, the bucky now in here. So I have to align this light field to the middle of this bucky. Of course, there would be an image receptor in here, okay? I'm still gonna make sure it's at 14 by 17, which it really shouldn't have changed too much because,
14 by 17?
right. Gonna make sure she's nice and straight on the table, okay? I'm gonna come to the head and check her shoulders. I'm gonna make sure she is very much aligned on the table before I do anything else. Okay, so top and bottom of the table. Now I'm gonna find the top of her crest, which is right here. That is where the central ray is going to go.
At least the
Right
table.
at the top of her crest and at mid-sagittal plane. Now, what did I say was the lowest? 'Cause we have to have symphysis pubis on here, so what's the lowest, what can I feel over here that will help me decide whether or not I've got it on there?
Iliac
The
crest.
part of I
The
can't,
iliac
I'm trying to
crest.
remember the
Greater
name.
troch,
Oh.
Yes.
right? Okay.
But it's in
The greater troch.
Greater troch?
Yes, that's what it is, Connor. That's what it is.
This is how you find it, okay? You put your hand flat on their hip like this, okay? And then roll their hip, have them roll their leg. Now I'm gonna have you all come feel that, cause you're gonna feel your hand, this is where it is, it's right here. I definitely have it on there, and if my cassette was in here, remember beam divergence, okay? It's definitely gonna be on there, because look how low my cassette is. Okay, so I want everyone, if you don't mind, put your hand right here, and then roll her leg in and out, and you're gonna feel it hit your hand, okay? So everyone do that.
Oh, I'll move it once.
Put a policy. Put your hand flat on her hip, flat. Okay, now roll her leg in and out. You feel it? So put your fingers right on it. Put your finger, now that you felt it, where is it? Okay, you gotta make sure you're feeling it. Right? You feel it hitting your hand? That's way high, you sure? Should be right, go ahead, right there. You feel it? No, I'm not sure you were feeling the right thing, Alex, or whoever that was. Yeah. Hands flat. Where do you feel it hitting your hand? There you go, good. Hey, make sure that hand is flat. Yeah. You feel that hitting your hand? Okay, good. Now I know where it is. Yeah. It's pretty obvious when you feel it.
Oh, wait, I guess.
Chair. There's some right here.
Thank you.
You
Thank you. Why y'all say I'm not sick?
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Still got germs.
I have a crack in my knuckle, so
Oh, I
I
thought you
don't
said
want
you're a
to like
crackhead.
murder my knuckle. What's your name? Don't be burned.
Just
My
smells
hand.
good.
She's like, oh, yeah, that's weird.
That's
That's very cool. I feel like mine are like crack.
I do a lot, I take recording in the shower.
Yeah.
My routine set down my
My mom will shut off the water if I take a porn in my shower.
Not your mom turns off the shower water. My mom used to do that, military.
I'm gonna feel it, and then I'm gonna have her tell me where her symphysis is, cause I'm not touching it. So I'm gonna feel for greater troch right here. Now I want you to put your hand on the bottom of your symphysis, on your pubic bone. Just feel it. Okay.
Now I'm confusing myself.
Why are you confusing yourself?
She doesn't know where to touch.
Oh.
She doesn't know where her pubic bone is.
Is that like?
Your cootie, that's what it is. Your pocket.
Right here. See? Okay.
Same location, right? So that's how you know, okay?
Oh, okay.
Any questions on the supine or erect x-ray, abdomen x-ray?
Those seem more easier.
When collimating for the erect, the xiphoid process, and iliac, where would the crosshairs be?
2 inches above the iliac crest.
Okay.
So this horizontal crosshair is 2 inches above iliac crest. This one is at your mid-sagittal plane, which is at your xiphoid.
Okay. And
Same
is
thing
it
here, only at crest
at crest? Got it.
and at mid-sagittal plane. Marker's gonna go down in the hip again, right? And we're not, for her, I could collimate in. She's pretty tiny. But you wanna not adjust the length on these at all, okay? Leave the length alone because we wanna get that entire abdomen, okay? So the only way you might be able to collimate in is the width, okay?
So keep the length at 17.
Where's the mid-sagittal?
Yep, exactly the same. You're the same distance.
Mid-sagittal?
Oh, right.
Same
I'm
body
done
part,
right
so
now.
everything stays the same. All you're gonna switch then is from wall bucky to table bucky on your equipment. Is there a button on there to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got to change it from wall bucky to table bucky. Because otherwise, the machine isn't gonna know where you're x-raying. And it will start to, like if you have it on wall bucky, these grids move sometimes. They call it oscillating grid, so they oscillate. And if the machine thinks you're up here, it's gonna do this grid, not that grid, okay? And if you're using AEC, that's even worse, because the machine is looking for an x-ray hitting it, and it's not gonna shut off until your backup time hits, and that's a whole other story.
Okay.
Let me move this out your way.
Okay, so the receptor actually turns on itself. It doesn't just wait for something to hit it.